Hi, sorry guys.
Hi, everybody. We are live. A little pokey on this Monday morning. It's been a long weekend of watching the weather. I don't know. I'm tired from it. I hope everybody out there is safe, and the storms that hit the East Coast aren't affecting you too badly. Um, so today we're going to talk about, there's this interesting thing that I realized way too late how much I hated the question, what's for dinner? Like, I really hated it. I hated, like, first of all, it felt like 40 people asked me that question, and that couldn't be possible because there were only six other people in my house. And I thought, I should, I never did this, but I really, really regret that I didn't do it. I should have had a whiteboard or a blackboard and every day just written down whatever meals I was intending to share with everybody. And then people could just look there. It was, I don't know. And also, it not only did it bother me that the question was asked so many times, but also I felt like, why am I always the one in charge? Like, I don't want to make dinner every night. And I know some families come up with great systems about how they're not the only one, the mom is not the only one making dinner. But again, I failed at that one. So I decided we're going to share with you today the way we've dealt with dinners, and either aspirationally or actually effectively. And so, in my effort to find a recipe, I made a new one, and I haven't cooked in a long time. It was kind of fun. Dan and I sat down to a dinner of hot and sour soup. It was very delicious. The cookbook I took said short on time. It was not. First of all, I had to buy all these ingredients. So already I had to make a trip to the grocery store because they were not ingredients I would ever have. Bad idea. So my soup, now I have to make the soup a lot because it costs so much money to buy all those extra ingredients. And then it was a lot of chopping and waiting. It was not short on time. So that hot and sour soup, I'm happy to share the recipe. It was delicious. My husband said it was better than any he's had in a restaurant. But I have another recipe that really is, it's so simple. It is salmon if your family will eat fish. I'm going to I think there's no easier dinner. I honestly do. Um, I'm going to put the recipe in the comments in case someone wants to try it. At least I think oh, there it is. Okay. I'm sharing that. And I use broil instead of the grill. Like when it's 6 feet of snow outside, I'm not grilling. Actually, I'm really never grilling. But anyway, so I don't know why it went up several times, but it did. So the recipe involves three spices. One is Montreal steak seasoning, which I use all the time on everything. And then Old Bay, which I think is great on fish. And I had never gotten this. You can get it at Trader Joe's, but I actually found it in our local grocery store, like a lemon pepper grinder, which I now love. And that's it. You basically put that on the fish and you broil it. It is 7 minutes, 5 to 7 minutes. If you like the skin to be crisp, do the skin side first, then flip it, then do another 5 to 7 minutes. Watch it. If you have a boiler option of low or high, I prefer to do it on the low one. And it is a crowd pleaser every time. If I do it for a group, I always get asked the recipe. And the thing is, it's nothing. It is so easy. And you make some rice and you make a vegetable and you are done. Anyway, that is my gift to you today for anyone who is thinking, how do I get through dinner tonight? And if salmon isn't your kid's favorite, you could put a different fish in and do the same thing. So I am now going to give it to Sharon to share with us her solutions with her family.
Hi, everybody. My favorite solution is to get my spouse to cook, and I've been working on him because I've been cooking for a long time. Thank you, Dee, for the support. I've been cooking for a long time, and I'm getting tired of it. And I think that's why we're talking about this. We're all getting tired of cooking. I think one of the absolute easiest things to eat for dinner is to grab a rotisserie chicken from your deli area of your grocery store. It's so easy. It's hot. It's cheap. Get a loaf of French bread. I mean, that's super easy. But I stretch it out even further. If we have rotisserie chicken, I use the leftover chicken from the carcass the next day. and mix it up with a can of drained black beans. Here's the one thing you need: some citrus salt. I looked it up. I get it locally, but it's there's all these different citrus salts that are around. It's just like salt with a little bit extra kick. So you salt your chicken and your black beans, and they're in a bowl. You throw in a little bit of like Mexican cheese, mix it up, spoon it into some tortillas, roll them up, put them in a pan, and then you just top it with some Mexican cheese and enchiladas and cook it. I mean, enchilada sauce. So those are the two things you need that you might not have as staples: enchilada sauce and the citrus salt. And you bake it for 20 minutes. And then you've got 2 dinners out of your rotisserie chicken. So that's my little tip. Dee, I'm going to pass it to you because you look ready to share with us.
Unmuting. Hi, everybody. So my recipe is my go-to is so Sharon, we're like twinsies because one, I try and put it off on my husband as much as possible. I'm not really a cook. I make really good dishes sometimes, but I'm not really a cook. So what I did the other night that was a hit in our household, I don't know if you all have Publix grocery stores, but Publix in the cooked deli section, they have something called Mardi Gras wings. And so we're a chicken wing family. We love chicken wings, but they have become like a missing commodity. Like you can't find them in the stores, but Publix has them in the cook section. So they're Mardi Gras wings. So it makes me feel better that they're not fried. They're like grilled and seasoned. So they're really good. My kids love them. And then Publix has a salad section. So I'm totally like picking up. So I get the Mardi Gras wings that are already prepared. And then I go to the salad section and get a bag salad. And they have like an apple, walnut, blue cheese salad. I open the bag, I pour it in a bowl, I mix everything up. And that's a quick, easy dinner, and my kids love it. And I know it's not much, wings and a salad, but that's my go-to when it's on me and I have to I'm responsible for dinner. All right, who do I get to pass it to? Jess.
Right, perfect timing. Okay.
This is a big moment. This is I think the first time Jessica hasn't gone last. Gee, that was amazing. Good for you. Yay.
Everyone always forgets about me. I cry every time. No, my dad got me into cooking when I was a teenager. We'd always every Sunday I think was soup day, and we'd gather together and make soup. And then, later on I started getting some of those like meal kits at home. It was after college, and I'd cook dinner for the whole family. Except for my little brother, who never liked the things that I was making. But I don't know if you want to try to get your teenager to start trying to cook instead of your husband. That could also be a good way to pass off the food. And then I also wanted to share, I really like cooking, and my roommate got me this recipes from the world of Tolkien, since I like Lord of the Rings. I don't know, fun themed stuff like that. I don't know. It's always a big hit. I made like a pasta thing that lasted me an entire week, which is very good. And then I also wanted to. Oh, I thought I had it pulled up already, but a while ago I had I was doing cooking videos for your teen, so I can go post them in the chat if you want something that's simple enough for your teen to be able to make without hurting themselves like I do occasionally when cooking.
You should look at the videos just because Jessica is so entertaining as well. So you'll be very enthusiastic about the recipe and watching the video. Definitely look at it.
Yeah, we have they're not that hard. Like I think once you kind of get the hang of like all the prep work and being able to clean as you go and all that different stuff, cooking is not that hard. If you can get your kid to start doing it with these fun, easy, teen-friendly cooking recipes that I am posting into the chat now. Not now, but in a second. I'll do it after I finish talking because I can't multitask.
Well, Jess, I like the idea of kind of passing it off to my kids. So they're not generally cooperative, but I'll let you know how that goes. I am going to try that.
Yeah, I think I remember. And this is a Mindy thing. I remember her saying was it Mindy that your kids were like doing it competitively? for a while, and that kind of got them into it. Maybe I don't know if your kids are competitive. But
Exactly, Jess. That's exactly what happened. Make it a competition.
yeah, and all right, and I think in that on that vein, I'm going to pass it down to Mindy, and I'll post the videos in the chat in a moment.
Thank you. I found that with kids and different times and getting home and activities, one of the easiest things we did was breakfast for dinner, because my kids were never big breakfast eaters, and trying to, get them something out in them before they get out the door for school. So every once in a while we do breakfast for dinner. So simple. Scramble up a bunch of eggs, throw in some cheese, toast, butter, jelly. I mean, you have fruit. And then if you have it, I'm not a bacon eater, but I know people love bacon. Bacon in the microwave, less cleanup, easy. And I mean, it was a meal, and it was a treat for them. Breakfast for dinner, really simple, really fun, and quick. Didn't take long at all. So that's my solution. Quick and easy. Heck, beat that.
Okay, Mindy. Talking about competitive cooking.
I was going to say, Jessica mentions competitive, and I'm like, okay, let's go.
And then you just raise the stakes. Okay, so my go-to, the crock pot. I use the crock pot for everything. It was basically made like stone soup. Whatever I could find, I threw it in there the night before, and then I would plug it in the morning. And then I would maybe buy a bag of salad, and then get some, like a baguette, and cut that up. Boom, dinner. And because my family was coming in and out all different times, I could put it on warm, and it would stay warm, and then everybody could have whatever. Sometimes a lot of it was soup. There were all kinds of soups, and then whatever I just had around, like if I had like some cube chicken, I'd throw that in there. Sometimes I'd actually open those cans, like tuna, but of chicken, if I wanted a little extra protein in there. It was just whatever. That was a big hit, and it was always warm, especially in winter. And then sometimes I'd, get elaborate, and maybe I'd make like sloppy joes or something. But that was a big one. But I want to go back to Sue, what you said about like everybody asking you what's for dinner. I don't know if any of you guys were stay-at-home moms, but I felt like as a stay-at-home mom, it was my responsibility to make dinner. Like, I thought it was weird, like my husband would come home at 6 and there wasn't any food, and he wasn't going to come home at 6 and start making dinner. So even though I can't stand cooking, it was my responsibility. But then on weekends, I didn't think it was my responsibility. So normally we did something on Saturday, but then Sunday, he'd always ask like at 4, hey, what are we having for dinner? And my response was always like, I don't know. What are you making? So he stopped asking. But I was like, seriously, dude, why? We're both doing stuff right now. We're both home. Why is this my responsibility? So what we did is we foisted it off on our girls. So on Sundays, they started making dinners. But yeah, so that's my go-to, was like the crock pot, man. It saved so much time. And then I didn't have to think about like, rushing home from a carpool thinking, oh my God, I got to start dinner because it was already done. So I think, Kamira, have you gone yet? No,
I'm going to jump in first with a few comments that we got today. Hold on one second, Kamira. Lori says, Sharon, we all get the grocery store chicken, mashed potatoes from Bob Evans in a plastic container, and Caesar salad in a bag. This is one of my teens' favorite meals after tennis matches. So glad others do it. And she loved your idea of getting a second day out of it. So that was Lori. Thanks so much. And then we got a comment from Carolyn, who, like Eka, took the opportunity to give her kid and a friend some responsibility. My son and his friend have now taken over planning and preparing Friday night dinners. The friend's family isn't making cooking so much fun, so they're doing it at her house. She sits back with a glass of wine, listens to the laughter, and offers the odd bit of advice as needed. It's fantastic. That's great, Carolyn. Thanks so much for sharing that with us. Okay, Kamira, before you start, tomorrow's a big day for Kamira. She has 2 things to promote. She's doing the Morning Tuesdays with Kamira, and tomorrow night is our 11th grade college webinar. Jessica, if you could put that link in the chat. You can still sign up. We have over 400 people signed up now. And so come join it. Kamira is going to be interviewing Dinar Jones, the same person that Sharon interviewed last week, who was awesome. Okay, so now I turn it over to you, Kamira, to promote your 2 things and tell us about dinner.
Kamara, can I jump in before you start? Eka, I have to tell you, I remember stone soup in elementary school. That was one of my favorite stories and lessons to learn about. And I, to this day, can smell the aroma from that pot of stone soup. Nothing but rocks and sticks and everybody coming around thinking it was more than it was. And I just love the moral of that story, and it has stuck with me for all these years. Thanks for the reminder.
I love that. Hello. Okay. I'm one of those people, I do not like the what's for dinner conversation, especially when we're ordering and I haven't already expressed a preference. If I haven't expressed a preference and I say I don't care, I really don't care. Please stop asking and involving me in this conversation. It's a grand waste of time. I don't like talking about food. I don't particularly like cooking, but it has to be done. But what I do love are 2 things. One is the half an hour of us sitting together and eating and talking and making fun of each other. And if I have to go through an hour of cooking or something to make that happen, I consider it an investment. The other thing I really like is we cook together on holidays, because holiday meals are horrendous for one person. And I have been that one person maybe once or twice. And I'm like, okay, everybody gets something. And the older you get, the more responsibility you get. And it's so much fun to have us all in the kitchen. And that transpired over COVID when we first shut down in 2020. And everybody was home and my cousin moved in with us. And it was great because we all cooked over dinner. We took different responsibilities. Someone would cook one night, and et cetera, et cetera. Doesn't last. I have a son who's a great cook. He's so good. We stopped going to restaurants for celebrations and we put it on him. That's how good he is. But we can't get him to cook like everyday meals when he lived with us. He no longer lives with us, so it's not an option. So it often falls on me because everyone's busy. I have 2 go-to things. If I have time, I do my own roast chicken over whatever vegetables we have. And because it's so easy and it's a crowd pleaser. Literally, my son who doesn't live with us and my cousin who doesn't live with us, if I text that that's what I'm making today, all of a sudden they find time to come over that night. It's so easy if you have time. I hear you can do it in an Instapot. I have a friend who does. I have not tried that, but I hear her pictures look lovely. So I should try that. If I don't have time, and I feel like I need to provide food rather than buy it from a restaurant, I always keep frozen shrimp. There's certain things I keep in the freezer. So I will put together a quick pasta with frozen shrimp or frozen meatballs that I've kind of slow cooked with some extra seasoning and stuff, and whatever veggies I have, and cut it up and make a pasta. And it's always a crowd pleaser. And you can get that done in under 20 minutes. It's really easy, especially with the shrimp, because shrimp takes no time. The meatballs take a while. But you can get that done in under 20 minutes with the salad and the pasta, and it's good to go. I am queen of one pot and sheet pan meals. I like it easy. My husband equates that with poverty for some reason. I don't know. So that was a thing for us in our marriage in the beginning. I was like, I don't know. These ingredients cost money. So, but that was just 2 different backgrounds. Tomorrow is a big day, Sue. Tomorrow we have, in the morning, we're talking alternative learning environments. So that should be good with Debbie Reber. And as you mentioned, in the evening at 7 p.m. Eastern time, we're talking what 11th grade parents should know for college prep. So hopefully you can join us 10:30 a.m. in the morning and 7 p.m. if you're a parent of an 11th grader.
Okay, I'm going to end with Lori's comment here. Well, first of all, I want to give one tip that I love doing. I once told somebody that I wanted a sous chef, and she thought that was my name. I mean, my name is Sue, but she didn't realize that it was someone who prepped the food before. So she was like, I want a share chef, which is her name. Anyway, I do love, if I have a roasted chicken, I'll make the rub. I'll make a big container of it. So that takes out sorry about that. That takes out so much time. Like, I know it's there and I just do the rub and throw it in the oven. So I love when you can do the prep over many meals. Lori says Dollar Tree, single package, thin pizza shells. We have family make your own pizza nights. Put all the toppings on the counter. Everyone goes down the line, makes their own pizza, plus the bag of favorite salad. Then my guys clean up afterwards, all happy campers. That is excellent. Thanks for sharing that, Lori. And it's not leaving, but we love to have you with us anyway, Lori. So thanks for joining us, everyone. And I'm sorry for whoever's on the bottom here. I can't get the comment to disappear. Oh, good. Oh, there you are, Dee. Yay. Okay, so everyone, thanks for joining us today. We will be back next Monday. And don't forget to stay tuned for Kamira tomorrow in the morning and in the evening. The evening, you do have to register. In the morning, you can just show up on Facebook or LinkedIn or Twitter or YouTube. It's fed live. But in the evening, you do have to sign up for that webinar. And then Wednesday, Sharon, are you having a Wednesday this week?
To be determined. I'm missing my partner in crime, Jen, for coffee. So I have to see if I can rope one of these ladies into having coffee with me on Wednesday morning. So stay tuned.
Well, it looks like a real fun time. So I would say someone jump in. And then Sharon is not going to forget this week to promote my Thursday.
Oh.
Which is with Dr. Karen Natterson and Melissa. That's not her first name. Oh,
Melinda?
no. Kroll is her maiden name. And yeah, it's terrible. Let me see if I can Vanessa Kroll Bennett. And they have started a TikTok account show on puberty, which they're very funny and entertaining. So that will be Thursday morning. Okay, that's it for now, everybody. See you next week.